Hi guys, in this video we will be solving shortest path in weights. So in this problem we are given a graph and we will be given a source vertex and we have to find a shortest path in terms of weight from the source vertex to all other vertices. What do I mean by it? Let's understand. What will be given a graph. Let's suppose this is our graph 1, 2, 3, 4 and yeah, this is what our graph is. Okay, and these edges have weight. Let's suppose this has 30, this has a weight of 1 unit, this has weight of 1 unit, and this has weight of 1 unit. Okay, and let's suppose our source node is 1. Okay, so from 1 we have to find a path to all other nodes, that is 2, 3 and 4. From 1 we have to find a path to 2, a path to 3 and a path to 4. Okay, with minimum weight. And that is, if I choose from 1 to 2, if I choose to go to 2 from this path, I will have to pay what, 30 rupees. And if I choose to go via this path, I have to pay 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal to 3 rupees. So I will choose this path. Okay, since it is minimum in weight. So this is what the problem statement is. So we have to find this. Okay, so this is a very, in this problem, to solve this problem we will use a very famous algorithm, that is Dijkstra algorithm. So it is also a very an important algorithm. So this algorithm is nothing but, this algorithm is exactly same as the breadth first which we were doing, but in breadth first what we were using a queue data structure. But instead of queue, here what we will use, we will use a priority queue, and the rest of the algorithm is exactly the same as the BFS algorithm. Okay, now let's first see why do we need queue. Okay, earlier what it was there, suppose this is the graph, node 1, node 2, node 2, node 3 and node 4. Okay, and these are the edges between the nodes. Okay, and this is the cost, like this is 30, this cost is 1 unit, 1 unit and 1 unit. In BFS, simple BFS, the edge cost was, all the edges were of the constant cost, that is either 1 or any constant value, all the edges were of the same cost. So what BFS gives us, BFS, as I have told you in the explanation of BFS video also, BFS gives what, shortest path in terms of edges. Okay, in terms of edges. But in this question we want the shortest path not in terms of the edges. You can see here there is only one edge, but the cost is what, 30, and in this case there are three edges, this path plus this, but the cost is, okay, what is the cost is 3. So 3 is less than 30, so we will choose this path. Okay, so we don't want the shortest path in terms of edges, we want in terms of the cost. Okay, that's why simple queue will not work for us over here. Okay, so then let's understand why need priority queue. What is so special about priority queue? Like, in priority queue what we can do, in priority queue we will add a pair object, or let's forget about pair for now. What priority queue, suppose this is a priority queue. Okay, you can understand in depth what is priority queue and how it works in our priority queue section, but for now I'm giving you a little bit idea about priority queue. What priority queue gives is that it is of two type, min priority queue and max priority queue. Okay, so if we are talking about minimum priority queue, since we want minimum weight, so if I will store three items in it, 1, 3 and 5, and whenever I will remove an item from it, okay, so it will always give me the minimum item. So when I will remove the first item, it will remove 1. When I will return the second item, it will remove 3. When I will remove the third item, it will remove 5. Okay, now let's suppose if I have not removed the item. Okay, now I add one more item to it, -1. Okay, now when I remove the first item, which item will be removed? Okay, it is a minimum priority queue. Okay, the minimum item will be removed. Okay, so -1 will be removed first, then 1, then 3, then 5. Okay, so this is what priority queue does. Okay, so we need priority queue just because there are two paths from 1 to connect to. One path is what, using 30 weight, and one path is what, 1, 1 and 1. So we always want the minimum cost, that's why we are using the priority queue. Okay, suppose what we are doing, if we use simple queue, what will happen, that I will, in my queue, one will be there. Okay, I will remove one, mark one as visited. Okay, add its neighbor. The neighbor of 2 is what? 1 is what? 2 and 3. Now 2 will be removed. What is the weight? Weight 30 will come out. So here, if I use normal queue, then I will get a weight of 30, which I don't want. But instead of normal queue, if I use priority queue, see what will happen. This, suppose this is my priority queue this time. Okay, one is there inside it. Okay, I will remove one, mark it as visited. I will add it neighbors. So its neighbors are what? 2 with a weight of 30 and 3 with a weight of 1. Okay, and I have, this is a minimum priority queue on the basis of weights, that is the second term. Okay, so when I remove an element from it, earlier by default 2 was getting removed first because 2 was present first, but this time 2 will not get removed. The minimum priority queue will remove the element with minimum weight first. So weight 3 comma 1, this will be removed first. 3 is the node, 1 is the weight, so 3 will get visited, and the weight for 3 is what? 3. Weight for 3 is 1, is 3 is 1, and weight for 1 is 0. Okay, now again 3 is visited. Now the neighbors of 3 will be added. Okay, so what are the neighbors of 3? Just give me 1 second. Let me draw it a little bigger. Now the neighbors of 3 will be added. Who are the neighbors of 3? 4 with a weight of what? Weight of 3 was what? 1, plus what is the new weight? New weight is from 3 to 4, cost was 1, and from 1 to 3, what was the cost? 1. So whatever was the cost till 3, cost till 3 was what? 1, plus what is the extra cost? 1. So 1 plus 1 is what? 2. So 4 will be added with cost 2. Okay, now when I will remove element from this queue, what will get removed? 2 is smaller than 30, so 4 comma 2 will removed. Okay, so 1 to 4, sorry, from 1 to 4, what is the cost? Cost is 2. Okay, now 4 is marked visited, neighbor of 4, 2 is visited, 2 will be entered into the queue. And what will be the cost? Cost till 4 is what? 2 rupees. From 4 to 2, what is the cost? 1. So 2 plus 1 equal to 3. So 2 with a cost of 3 will be added to the queue. Now when I will remove the element, which one will get removed? 3 is less than 30, so this will be removed. Okay, 2 comma 3. Okay, now what is the path from 1 to 2? 1 to 2, the path is what? Cost is what? 3. So I got the minimum element. Now again when I will remove the element, last element from the queue, 2 comma 30 will be removed, but 2 is already visited, so this will not be considered and skipped. Okay, so in this way I got the minimum weight 3 using priority queue. Okay, so the algorithm is exact same as BFS. We have to only use priority queues instead of the simple queue. Okay, so now let's move on to the coding part. Let's understand it in a more better way. Okay, so let's just see what is the output format for the question. So we have to print the node and the path along with the weight. Okay, so let's do that. So let's make a boolean array as we do in our BFS questions. So boolean visited equal to new boolean array of vertices. Okay, after that, what else we need in the question? Yeah, we have a source node. Okay, so we can apply BFS. Since it is a modified version of the BFS only, so I am writing, we can write either Dijkstra or BFS. So for now let's write BFS only. Okay, for now, since it is a modified version of BFS only. So BFS, we will pass a graph to it, we will pass our source node, we will pass our visited array. Okay, finally we have to printing part will be done in the BFS function only. Okay, for the question we need a class, since we are, and I have told you here that we are storing the weight also, like at each node we are storing the weight of 3 is what? 1. Weight of 4 is what? 2. We are storing the weight at At each node we are storing node and what, weight. So we need a class. Okay, for this we need a class, so let's make that also. Okay, now let's write that static class pair. It will have a node. Okay, then it will have a what, it will have a weight. Along with that, one more thing is required in the question, and that is we are required to print path also. So for that we will need a string variable. Okay, string. Okay, so we'll make a string also. So we need first a string. Let's name it as path so far. Then we have one more integer weight. Okay, now let's initialize, make a constructor for it, integer node, string path so far, and integer weight. Okay, now we'll make this dot node equal to node, this dot path so far equal to path so far, and this dot weight equal to weight. Okay, now let's write our BFS function. Public static void BFS. We have a graph, so array list of edge array graph. Then we have source node. Okay, then we have an boolean array visited. Now instead of, earlier we used to make queue, but this time we will make a priority queue. For better understanding of priority queue, you can watch videos on priority queues which have been taught, which are present on our channel. But for now I have explained you what priority queue is and how it works. Okay, we want a priority queue of pair, priority queue equal to new priority queue. Okay, now inside this priority queue we will add our new pair of what, source node. What will be the path? So for the path for source node is nothing but source node only, and the weight is what, for the source node weight is 0. Okay, like there is, if we are, what I do, this is our graph, suppose 1 2 3 4. If we are present on the source node and we want to go to the source node, what is the weight? 0. We have to travel nothing, we have to not to pay anything. If we want to go to 2, then I will have to pay some cost. But if I want to go to 1, I am already present and 1, then I have to pay nothing, so 0. Okay, so cost will be 0. Now we are making a priority queue. Okay, so this is our container of priority queue. It contains an object of pair class. Okay, and pair has 3 properties: node, then node, path so far, and weight. Okay, now 3. Now priority queue is of min type or max type. Okay, so it will store either minimum element or maximum element, but our element has 3 parts, 3 properties. So on what basis, either on the basis of path so far or weight or node, on what basis do we want it to act like a min priority queue or maximum priority queue? Our priority queue does not know that, so we will have to tell it to our priority queue. Okay, so for that we will have to implement comparable in our class. Okay, so let's implement that also. Implements comparable of pair. Okay, so this tells the priority queue on what basis it will store the elements. Okay, now let's make public integer compare to, on what basis we want to compare 2 elements. Okay, if there are 2 elements of the pair type, pair A and pair B, here in the graph, if this is our graph, we are interested in the weights. That is, if our pair class has 3 properties and we are interested in the weight, the one with the lesser weight, we want it to come first. Okay, so this is what we are going to write over here, that what we will return, current element, that is this dot weight, minus v dot weight. What it does is that what this line will do, if we have two elements, suppose a pair A and pair B, if here the weight is 10 and here the weight is 20, so 10 minus 20 is less than 0, so 10 will come first, then B. If 10 minus 20, if suppose whatever weight if was there, if it was greater than 0, then B will come before A. Okay, and if they are equal, then it does not matter who comes first. Okay, so this just arranges the element with lower weight. The work of this is nothing but the element which has lower weight will come first. Okay, so if we want a better explanation, you can watch our videos, but for now this is enough. Like, this is enough to solve this problem. Like, whichever element is of this line, what it does, whichever element is of lower weight will come first, okay, in the priority queue. Okay, now let's move on. We have implemented the compare part. Now let's write our logic. While priority queue dot size is greater than 0, we will remove the element where removed is equal to priority queue dot remove. Okay, if this element is already visited earlier, then we need to simply skip this element. Otherwise, what we will do, otherwise we will mark this element as visited. Okay, now we will do the work, that is print the path. System.out.println, what we have to print, remove dot node plus. Okay, what was the format? Let's see the format. Okay, so we have to print node, then some space, then via, then space, via, then space again, 0, via, then what we have to do, whatever is the weight, then the path, via plus remaining dot path so far, then what we have to add, at the rate weight, plus at the rate, what we have to add is remaining dot weight. Okay, so this is, let's check that again. We have to print the node first, then via, then we have to path so far, then at the rate, then we have to weight. Okay, so this is what we have to print. After doing the work, we have to add the neighbors. So for edge edg in graph of remaining dot node, what we have to do, we have to check if this node is not visited. If the neighbor node is not visited, then we will add it to our priority queue dot add new pair of edge dot neighbor, and the path will be whatever the path we have, that is remaining dot path so far plus edge dot neighbor, plus weight will be remaining dot weight plus edge dot weight, whatever is the weight for this edge. Okay, once we are done, our work is done. Once the traversal is done, our work will be done. Let's check whether we have done everything correctly or not. Okay, this part we have made it. Okay, let's try to run this code. Let's check whether everything is correct or not. We have missed something. Priority queue dot, so the p is again small, we have to write it as caps. So this is on line number 47. So on line number 47 we have to write p in caps. Okay, now let's try to run it. I hope this time it will be correct. Let's check. So we are getting correct answer. Let's try to submit it. I hope we will pass all test cases. Let's check whether we are passing all test cases or not. We are passing all test cases, then it means our solution is correct. Okay, I hope you guys would have liked the video.